You're listening to a whole bunch of dumb women talk about stupid shit. So we have this lady, 32 years old. She's on TikTok. She's married for 10 years. Says she has the best life ever. She gets a business. I wonder how she gets that business. She starts a business. She starts making decent money, I guess, off the bottle. What she's doing that. Her man busts her ass to make the family happen, to make all this stuff happen. And then she decides to create a business. God knows what women make money off of are just other women doing stupid shit like nails or something like that. Or waxes. Some dumb shit like that. Like stuff you don't necessarily need. It's more of a want. Most times wants are way more expensive than needs. And she's talking about divorcing her man. And you're on TikTok with a bunch of fucking women, they're all like, what'd he do wrong? Type shit. Huh? And like the woman's just sitting there like constantly complaining about how bad or how good it could be on the other side. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up.
Safe travels, Nightfall.
Dude, this shit's crazy. I love it. These women literally just go out front and just explain how fucking stupid they are. Like, you're 30-something years old. Like, why are you even thinking about leaving the man? You've been with since you were 22.
Don't get overwhelmed. Remember what Clausewitz wrote. War is nothing but a duel on a larger scale.
Like, why would you even want to leave? I'm being serious. Like, why? That, like, makes no sense to me as a person.
Ooh, right in the head.
Like, as a person, that makes no sense. Why even get married when you just sit there and want to take your vows and throw them away?
Hey,
that's just so fucking cheap
record
and
me.
stupid. Like, oh, that's just a waste of fucking time. Like, why would a man ask you to marry him if you're just gonna sit there and just leave his ass? Because
excessive noise is a form of aggression.
You live on your own now. Some bullshit like that. So stupid. Like, my life's not happy then. My life's not happy then.
Easy peasy.
Oh, because now you have money, that's now you want to wait till your time. You know, the, all these girls and that, they're really sitting there all the time out. Dude, that's
Gotta
so
reload.
fucked up.
Gotta love that.
Like, just do shit with your man. Like, for real.
This
Be
is a
happy with your man. Just do your job.
See you later, alligator.
Like,
Parentheses.
I don't understand that
Explosion.
shit. Like my ex wants to get married now, and like she said her expectations weren't meeting that, and like we weren't even dating that fucking long. It was like, what the fuck do you want? You're never happy. It's like, of course you're never happy because you got too much expectations, and no man's gonna meet the expectations of that shit. And most men don't. It's just too much. It's always fun to talk about this shit because it's everywhere. It's like, it's always women in their 30s. Always. They could be with the best guy ever, but inside their mind that, you know, because they can't work through shit because they're fucking retarded or something. Which is normally the thing that's happening. They're just fucking retarded, stupid, ignorant, whatever the fuck you want to say. You're just like, how can you even want to, you know, be like that?
Don't we all have a right to privacy?
It's like, what the fuck is the problem with you? Like, why would you have kids and just fucking leave all your kids and ruin your relationship? Because you ain't got no Jesus. That's what it is. You ain't got no Jesus. Ain't got no Jesus. And that's all it is.
Halfway done. Keep the pressure on. Okay, I've heard enough.
That's all it is.
Who's next?
People have no faith in God, man. They have no faith in what happens by being happy. That's all you can say for be happy. People think the world thing needs to give you all this crap and that. Yeah, that's the same kind of shit. You don't need all that worldly crap. You don't need to have all that shit. It's just too much.
Shut your stupid face.
And it's like, yeah, women want too much crap, and then you sit there and you cry because you finally fucked up. Dude, there's so many videos out there. There's so many videos out there. These girls literally just tell everybody everything. And it's kind of funny though, because it's like, you're just telling everybody the truth about who you are. So you say I think and I feel, and you don't know, how the fuck you not know? Like, just to say, like, how you not know that you like someone? You're with them.
Fully loaded? If not, the pod awaits.
Like, what's that guy supposed to do? Just sit there and waste his fucking life that he made for you? That men make for you? That's why I don't like that women can work, honestly. Because when they can get stuff, like make a business and that, it's probably something like I said, like nail or doing hair or something like that can make a lot of money and that they can do their own stuff. Why don't you just be happy with the person that you're with and just stay with them. Why'd you want to sit there and be like, oh, hey, you want to know why? Because women can never do that since, like, well, the last 30, 40 years now. I would say since the 90s now, like, women weren't really big workers and that. They never worked. They settled down, had kids, and then they had happier lives. They raise their children, that they go on vacation and shit. They do the whole child thing. They actually like children, Nowadays, it's like the fucking opposite. Women don't want to do that. They don't want to just have children and be happy with children.
Bye! Forever!
No, they don't. So once you see that, you're all like, what, you don't want to have children? You don't want to be happy with children? Oh, you were raised like a princess.
A little token of my affection.
Okay. These princesses don't care for children. They can say that shit over and over and over again. They don't. Princess girls are not fucking wise. They're horrible.
I just can't right now. Quiet!
And that's the thing behind it. And that's why they're like that. Because they're raised in that direction. They're always the hottest girls in that because they get fucking sit there, they get in good shape in that. That's why women don't go for, that's why men don't go for the hottest girls, because they're not worth, well, they're not worth the fucking time. They're not worth the fucking marriage, they ain't worth nothing, because they're just hot, they're just good looking, that's it. And other girls get to that position that when they think, oh yeah, it's just all about looks. It hasn't been about looks, it never was about looks. You all started that mess because you believe in it. You think that's true. And it's not.
Still on top of my shit.
They're just being stupid. Yep, they do. There we go.
Great progress.
Are you okay?
This is going well.
Fucker, my ass. Good.
Nearly there. That's the rest of them.
This one's force damage. and heat damage. That's the reason why I kills him with one hit. This is blunt and heat. This is just heat. Okay. That's why this force. That's why when I hit those guys with it, it kills them. It does force and the. Just heat damage something. That's why I have to switch it up. And let's see if we can get something else that gives me sound or something like that. So I could be able to kill. But yeah, that shit's crazy though. Like, how are you that demented as a person? Like, how can you treat your husband that you've been with for all these years?
Doubt it. I've been asking, honey, what could I do? Maybe you could be a better wife for me. I'm gonna start feeling disconnected from you. Doubt it. Unreal. In 10 years from now, in the next 10 years, look back and say, like, we put in the work and we finally have the marriage and the relationship that we have always wanted, and that is what I want. Always looking for something better. I've heard me at work, always looking for what's next, what's better, unpredictable. Like, this is wild. She's the poster child for all this stuff. I guess the reason why I'm coming on here, and if you've made it this long, that's really nice. I haven't done this. What have you done in your relationship to get to that point? If you have been in the place where we are and have worked through it and have found things that have brought you closer or that have given you that relationship, like, I guess.
Bitch is stupid. That's what I'm gonna say. You're just stupid. Like, you made your own business. That's basically what it is. You made your own business, you did all the stuff and that, and like, you're not focusing on your children. You want to focus on all this other stuff. Like, how fucking ignorant are you as a person? Like, this woman doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. She's just talking. And like, I bet you your man doesn't even know that you're trying to fucking control his Like, what, but you're just talking to a whole bunch of fucking strangers. Like,
this concludes our tour of the world's most
I mean, there's
places.
a bunch of shit out there that you can look at. I look at how many people are telling you a bunch of bullshit, saying that you need to look at your marriage in this way. And no, here's what it is. Anybody else that fucking gets in your fucking way and says a bunch of gobbledygook bullshit, here's what I always tell everybody. Mind your own business. You can talk about stuff in that because you're just trying to say be helpful and get shit out there. Yeah, being helpful is a good thing. You want to be helpful, so you know, I talk about stuff in that with what I go through, and And it's the honest truth. I talk about what I go through to experience. I say my relationship's good in that. I talk about the good stuff in my relationship. You know? If I want to say, yeah, my ex wasn't the, you know, she was really good to me when she wanted to be. And then sometimes, you know, when she was frustrated with herself and that because she wasn't anywhere close to being where she wanted to be with her life. She wasn't even close. Like, she wanted so much shit. And, like, all the stuff that she wanted was just replications of what? Of her fucking, of someone else that, you know, that
We're
she
done
lost.
here. That was vivid. I feel all pukey. On fire here!
And there's not anyone that's gonna want to be with her anymore. It's sad because she's
Still
not a bad
surprised by how
person,
messy it always is.
at all. She just has her little issues and that was just a lot of people do.
Just reloading. Five left. Let's finish this. Peace. Bye.
And honestly, that's how it always is. I don't know there.
Simple satisfaction of a good float pop. Whoa, dude. That was intense.
You know, like with me, in that I want simple life. I don't want to go out and see the fucking damn world. I just want someone I can fucking trust. Someone I can say, hey, I trust you. Let's live life together. Life is easier with two people. You know the funny thing is? The best relationships are those girls that have like they don't have a whole lot to do. They like lazy men. They like lazy boys. I would say them are the best type.
Just round the corner.
These girls are just day people. Like, that I could never see myself dating as a woman. You know, if I ever saw myself dating someone like that, I can't date
drinking,
someone like that. It's like dating
gum in the laboratory.
I couldn't stand that shit.
Ciao.
Fuck no, I'd be
Whatever
bored.
happened?
I'd be sitting there like, dude, let's
Looks
go to
like
the
they
gym
put
or
up a
something like
fight.
that. That's how I am.
Goodbye. Extinguished.
It's like dating someone that's like doesn't know what the fuck they want. Like, you should know what you want after a day. If you don't, it means you're misguided. Like literally, you got these women that are fucking 30-something years old that they don't know what the fuck they want. They sit there all day and I'm confused. That's because you're listening to a whole bunch of fucking crackheaded bitches online that are literally giving you bad advice. And you think because they're women that you should agree with them. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I don't listen to other men about stuff unless it choreographs with me.
Shopping therapy.
That's fucking stupid.
Feds approaching.
And then you got these women out there that say, you know, that men, they say if men are not doing therapy, that you shouldn't date them. Why? You know what therapy is there for? It's there for stupid fucking people that have no idea how to live their life. That's exactly what therapy is there for. Because you're a fucking idiot.
Wow! Did everybody see that? Alrighty!
That's dead.
Oh, poison. Definitely been poisoned. Whoa! Damn! Need to be careful up here. That was grossly satisfying. Like a pimple popping video. Oh, that's really fucked up.
But yeah, it's just how it is. Like,
Great.
like I listen to this stuff so much, and I hear it like.
Cut the noise. It's all about the everyday little things, isn't it?
Like, people live their whole entire life, like, wanting kids and shit. And you get women out there that literally don't give a fuck about that. They'll have kids because they were good looking enough to get the guy or whatever. Or tough enough to get the guy. I don't know.
It'd be super embarrassing to vomit right now. You're done.
I do like that fucking AoE though. That AoE is sick. Yeah, this gun does okay. I still like the other gun better. But yeah, the new saying now that men sacrifice happiness for family and women sacrifice family for happiness. It's so fucking true. Like, back then, everyone sacrificed themselves for their children. But like, the maturity rate of a lot of these women has gone down so dramatically, and men too, you know. But if men want to start families, they have to instantly go into family mode. Yeah, like their whole
Creepy.
entire lives get changed.
Drive team, 25% down.
Knew I should have brought my safety muffs.
And like it's kind of sad though, because like
Oh, you're fired.
Now that's how it's done.
it's like, why do you want to live your whole entire
Can't
life?
really spread out here, huh?
Yeah, this gun kills all those dudes. So fast.
Headshots for days.
That's right, I earned my paycheck.
Dude, that's crazy how damaging this shit is. It kills everybody. Like
Oh
flesh
my
pounds,
God.
like
This party is a 10, am I
there's a
right?
hole. If you hit him in the chest plate, an arm brings down like 5 or 6 shots. Maybe 7, then if you don't hit him directly.
This place kinda gives me the willies.
Remember to pick up grenades.
Let's
You
hope I have
never
to go to
know.
work at 8 today. Well, yesterday they called me in at 6, and I was already past 6. They said, well, you're supposed to be here at 6. It's like, you guys just changed the schedule on me. I'm like, you guys do all kinds of stupid shit. I'm like, whatever. And yeah, I don't work.
Peeping Tom.
Yeah, they took me off
30 seconds,
one of the
Nightfall.
days, and I think it's I'm off Wednesday and Monday and Tuesday, so I'm only working until Sunday, which is fine. I'm still gonna get the hours that I want anyway. I'm still gonna get 30 hours anyway. I mean, I do want 40 hours, but it's kind of like.
Okay, stopping time's over.
Oh, it's him again. Okay. It just really all depends. Yeah. Ooh. Oh man. This is big old.
Now reloading. Noisy. Let a professional handle this.
Nah, got him.
That's right.
He barely
I
got me.
am a highly skilled technician.
Yeah, that gun's awesome. Firebat is probably nearly like more powerful than probably anybody. Unless the engineer gun, you get that last gun from the engineer. That gun's actually really fucking strong too. Okay, I'm just off my fucking damn fan, bro. This shit's loud as fuck. Oh, but yeah, I've been sleeping a lot. Got my new Dutch apple pie fucking protein. I'm really happy for that shit. That shit's super fucking tasty. Oh, I gotta see what time it is. Gotta keep track of that damn time. I don't fucking lose track like an idiot. It's almost 6:30. Oh, I gotta take a piss. Yeah. I was just listening to this shit. Dude, this guy posted a me, fucking truthfully, a truthful comment on this woman's stuff. And she reads it like it's something else. It's fucking hilarious. Hold on, let me go back to it.
Look at yourself and go, I need to fix
and being open and willing to share your story so that you can help other women and get the advice that you're looking for. The problem is not you, it's that you don't have the right tools. You are beautiful. I bet you and your husband are going to be so happy with each other in 10 years, and I wish you the best. Wow. Thank you, Miss Knuckles.
No. Moose Nichols.
She literally... she literally made up something. Moose Knuckles, he said, it's because nothing will make you happy. You are incredibly selfish. You'll sacrifice your family for a dopamine fix. The problem isn't your husband, the problem is you. So why don't you fix yourself instead of? And I think she didn't read the first part. She read the second part of it, I guess. So now I hope the best for you in that, but that is the problem. You see how naive women are? Like, the guy literally explains, like, so this lady goes on the internet and asks his TikTok. Asks his TikTok, like, hey, what do I do with my marriage now? I would say go to the fucking Bible and actually read the actual scripture about how to be a fucking woman and how to your man to be a man. If your man's stabilizing your life, making life better for you so you can be able to get ahead, just to say, you should be happy that that man sacrificed all of his life so far to have kids with you and to do everything he can to make your life easier. And then you want to sit there and say, I want more. And like as the video goes on, everybody was saying, why are you divorcing? And she's like, oh, I'm not doing that stuff. But you literally just fucking stated it in the first 2 minutes of your video that you want to get a divorce because you're not happy. And now she has to backtrack. Oh, no, I'm not trying to get divorced and all that stuff. Yeah, you know why? Because your man fucking knows. Your man's like, what the fuck are you talking about on the internet? It's like, why are you saying those things? Well, I was just talking about, like, theoretically, it's like, why would you theoretically talk about divorcing me, bitch? Like, that's stupid. It's like, we have 3 children together. You have a wondrous life. You have like a $500,000 house and that. What the fuck do you want? It's like, if you have problems, talk to me about it. You know, I get you want to have conversations that this is a social media apparatus type fucking thing. But for real? Like, how fucking stupid are you? Pretty fucking stupid. Oh, okay, well. Deuces! I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here! That takes more than that fucking flamethrower does. That's maxed out. That shit's fucking insane. That's like a lot. It goes up to 40% more. And accuracy goes up quite a bit. Recoil goes up. How in the world as a woman that like you post all this shit online and then you want to sit there and get upset when people tell you the fucking truth? Yeah, this chick's making me laugh. I need to get ready for fucking work. Dude, this shit's so funny. Like, these women just like the thing is, I don't see this in real life that much. It's just on TikTok. So you can just tell that it's a very small percentage of women that go on there and say stuff like that. Because, like, The women that I fucking see in everyday life, they don't do that shit. Like, they're more loving and caring. It's like the women that already have life going for them, that have all this shit, and they're wondering why that. They're like, oh, well, I want more in my relationship. And then a man's just like, what do you mean you want more? You got a car, you got a house, you got all this stuff going on with you. You say you want more? Want more of what? What the fuck are you talking about? And they don't know what they're talking about. And it's like, you're just talking just to talk. That's all I say. Like, you're just sitting there. If a man busts his ass, just say, if a man drops weight for you and he gets really attractive for you, and you sit there and you get fat, but the man still likes you for being fat, but you wouldn't like him unless he was skinny and like tone and shit. That's what men are talking about. It's like you want all these things for men to be, and then when women complain about men, like, oh, these men want me to be like this. Yeah, some men do. Chads admit to have all this shit because they're pretty. Yeah, they're fucking pretty. They're pretty boys. Not all pretty boys are like this. No. I think there's a lot of boys out there that are pretty fucking cool. They're not all about, doing all this bullshit and that. I say I'm fucking one of them. I get attracted to quite a bit. And the more my body changes, the more fucking thicker I get, my shoulders and that, the more I'll get attracted to by a lot of fucking bitches. But the thing is, I still get tormented. Fuck, I still get women in that sit there and they torment the fuck out of me. They'll say all kinds of stupid ass shit. And they'll make fun of me and that. And they'll say shit about me and that. And it's like, it's never ending. I mean, like the other day, I had a girl, like, I found out that someone complained about me, and they didn't say what I did wrong. All they said is that they said I was being creepy. I'm just like, what the, and I know what creepy means, in a certain sense why women say that. It's because you must know me, and you must know something about me, because you know me, and you say stupid shit like that, because you're fucking ignorant. Because something happened, and normally, when women say that's because they're attracted to you, and you either rejected them, or you don't give them the time of day, and like, they're ignorant enough to be like, oh hey, I'm gonna say something that's gonna get his attention because I'm selfish, and not because they're young-minded. And it probably was a younger woman that said this shit and that, because someone else told them a bunch of stuff about me, and now they're fucking all being all this and that, and I'm just like, man, you can't leave shit alone. Your life sucks that much. So your life sucks that fucking much that you gotta be that fucking ignorant towards someone that you don't even fucking know. You just know his name. You might know a little bit about him because you might have talked to someone that knew me. Okay, cool beans. And they play that fucking game. Like, dude, it was like, man, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you don't need to be talking to me like that. It's like, you're not in my friend group. I don't fucking know you. But that's what women do. And the thing is, people want to believe them. And when we had the conversation about it, my manager, she was like, I don't know why she said that. I talked to one of the guys that was actually there, and he said, I don't know why she said that too, because she was being rude to me. It's like one of those girls, like, it was like two girls or something like that were having like a big old powwow because they think that they're attractive. They get all these guys' attention. Shit, yeah, you think you're attractive, nah? Until a man opens your asshole up and bangs your brains out. It might humble you, or you might get worse. Most times you'll get worse. But if you sit there, because you got daddy issues, and that's what it is, and some of these girls got massive daddy issues, so they're like banging older dudes like me, and they try to go for older dudes like me, and and most older guys are just gonna look at you like, no, you're not, you're too young minded, not because you're young, you're too young minded. I don't think any man's gonna sit there and play that game. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy. And the thing is, it's not even that. It's just how ignorant it is to sit there and say such ignorant shit. It's like in my mind, I can't be that ignorant towards people. Because it's stupid. Damn, that damage goes up high. Holy crap. Damn, it goes up by 75? That's fucking insane. That's hella good. 75, so next one will be at 675. That is a huge amount of damage. That's fucking crazy. Get chills. But no, that shit's fucking insane. Like, every time I think about this stuff, I'm just sitting like, I get it. When you're young and that, like, when you're like getting out of high school and shit, you still act kind of the same for a couple years and that, depending on how mature you get. Like, people are fucking lost. Like, they live their whole entire lives not really doing much until they get old enough, and then they're like, well, shit. I mean, I did that when I was younger, and I fucking didn't do shit. I barely fucking worked. I had jobs and that, but I was all in my emotions and shit. I would literally, like, think of shit. And I remember when I was working at Wendy's and that, I had this one chick up there. She was, there was like a group of gypsy girls. They were all sisters and shit. And one of them really liked me in that, because she was trying to, like, talk to me and shit, and, like, I asked her a question, you know, about getting a relationship, you know, it's like, oh, would you like to get a relationship in that, you know? Oh, I brought up something like that, and then she told me, she's like, no, I don't want to be with someone that's a lover. I said, why? I said, because you don't want someone to love you? I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, you're a woman. Now, women should be the idealistic of love. They should be, like, all dramatized about that shit. No. They should have their heart pumping in that when a guy comes close to them. That, well, here's why. At least some of the reason why. Because women get devoted to thinking, men manipulate them with emotions. I said, men use their emotions to make you fall in love with them. That's the whole point, you know, especially if it's desirable. If you're a desirable person, that's what emotions are there for. They want to say it's a manipulation. In some ways, it is. You want to say it's a manipulation in some ways. But if the idea of yourself being with that person and you like the way that person looks, first off, you're going to want to get closer to that person, get to know the personality. And it all goes down to looks. Looks are always first. If you're not attracted to someone, just to say, sometimes you'll defeat the purpose. You'll be like, oh, well, his personality's good. Well, that's because you don't have the confidence to be attracted to people that actually are in your league or actually are attractive. Like, seeing women date downwards is kind of funny in that, and they only do that because they're tormented. You know, guys never date up because it's pointless. Because after a certain, like, I would guess, point, because the attractive scale point, there's not a lot of women above average. And there's not. Maybe a little bit. No, like I said, I go to the gym a lot, and I go to the gym and that I see all the girls almost all look the same. They're all skinny, perky booties and that, and little boobies and that, nice boobies and that, perky boobies, whatever the fuck it is. If I see more than fucking like 5, which I do, I see more than 5. I see like 10 or 20 of these girls, but they all look the fucking same. That's an average. That's what I see. I see it a lot. And then when I look at guys and that, I look at a lot of guys. And there's not a lot of fat guys out there, and that, you know, like fucking big old porkers and that. There's a very small percentage of them too. But the percentage of like skinny, like female-looking dudes, they just look fucking. They're just scrawny. They don't lift weights right. And you know, I understand. You know, you're with a bunch of people. Of course, they work out with people that actually are lifting weights. Like the other day, there was a big old group of kids in that, and like. Well, the guys, they come in with tank tops on that. You know, they show off their shoulders and shit. And they got all this shoulders, no biceps, no triceps, no forearms and that. And I look at them and I'm like, don't you guys know there's other muscle groups to work out? They just like hit shoulders all the damn time. Like, oh, your shoulders, get my shoulders bigger. The thing is, if you don't get your arms bigger with your shoulders, then you're gonna look fucking weird. And you're gonna be like walking around with big ass shoulders with no fucking triceps or, you know, biceps and that. You're gonna look weird. At least my opinion is. And like, and that's what it is. So, with women, they don't have to do as much. If they're skinny and they do a little bit of butt exercises, get their butt a little bit more muscle in their ass, they're always going to look good. You don't need to try too hard. Women that try too hard, they're like, oh, I think I'm an 8 and all that shit. Because your ass is bigger. No, that's not how it works. It's because you get a bigger butt doesn't mean necessarily you're a fucking 8. You choose to get a thicker ass because you want to think that it is more attractive. Guys don't think like that. See, like, the biggest thing is you have to think about how people actually think. How guys actually think. Most guys, I see a girl with a gigantic fucking ass, like, it looks like that she got, you know, a BBL, she got fat injected into her ass. It's not attractive. Some girls got naturally fat butts. Yes, they do. I know a lot of them that do. And, like, it looks good. But, like, it's not abnormally fucking huge where it's just, like, it sticks fucking a foot off from their fucking hips. Because that shit's nasty. Like, my ex had a fat butt. But her butt wasn't, like, it stuck out in that, but, like, it was just a big fucking ass. And I praise her for that. I said, you got a great ass on you, and that you got a great stomach on you, and that, you know, she had great boobs on her, and that. She was a very attractive woman, and that, you know, and she had a good smile, and that, you know, and I mean, she had some issues in that with certain things, and that, you know, but the thing is, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't care at all. No, I was just like, to me, you're beautiful. But it was your personality that kicked the bucket. See, looks fade with personality and that. If a person has a shitty ass personality and that, like an anger personality and that, they're negative all the time, that'll make your body look like shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. Me personally would just be like, yeah, fuck that shit, I'm out. Like, if you're frustrated over something, because you don't know something, which is why people get frustrated, that's cool. Talk to me about it. We'll have a conversation and that. We'll get communication going on that, and then you'll be able to understand. You know, trust the guy that you're with. You know, especially a guy like me that's very into psychology and that, very into, you know, that research and that. And like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, listen, just listen. You don't need to just stop talking, just listen. And when you listen, you see what happens. If you don't listen, you ain't gonna see what happens. You're gonna sit there and keep on fucking getting all pissed off and shit. You get more mad. And the reason why a lot of people get mad, well, because it's not what you expect. Whew. with that. But yeah, that's how it normally is. You want to expect something, but then again, what you expect is not what is actually true. That's where you get a lot of fumbles. What's real is real. What's not is not. And most times, I would say it's women that have the Disney thing. They like watching Disney shit, and it's like you're not a child. They watch that stuff and that, and like they believe in it. That's what it is. You know, as they believe in that stuff and that they make a fairy tale about it, about their lives, and that's what's fucked up. And yeah, people do that shit a lot. They make big ass fairy tales about it, and as they make up shit, they destroy themselves with it. It's like you believe fake stuff all the time, make it real, but you don't believe that Jesus. You don't believe anything about Jesus, even though he has more proof about being alive, being the Son of God, than anything else. And the true words that come from him are actual truth. But people don't believe in that. They believe in fairy tales. That's what's sad. That's why, you know, when you talk about Christ and that, talk about his sacrifice. His sacrifice is literally the most important thing in the world. The key to salvation is through his sacrifice. And when people sit there and talk about this stuff and that, they're like, you know, when I see women that don't believe, they're lost. I see men that don't believe, they're lost. You're lost. You don't know what you're doing. Well, yeah. You can't figure out your purpose when you don't even know the truth of the world itself. You're just sitting there playing these games, and you're trying to figure it out. Anyone that has a psychology degree or has any type of research in psychology, that they believe in God way more, because it always leads towards God. Because where do you get all your information from? I tell you what, the Bible gives you a lot more information. Reading what Jesus actually says and how he talks is pure psychology. How to live life, pure psychology. Why do you feel angry? Pure psychology. Word of God literally explains the basics of psychology, basics of life. If you want to be happy in that, you have to work on your happiness. Happiness is not given to you, it's earned. And people want to think it should be given to them. No, you earn it. I earn my happiness. I went through the tough of life, still learning things and that. Cause I don't live on my own. I don't sit there and drive and all that shit and that. But I chose that life. That was the struggle. I choose that life. So I accept it. I move on. I don't let people people hate on me and that hate on me. I don't give a fuck. Look at that. Oh, Brandon. You said Brandon? Oh, Shane.
Not Shane, but Uncle Tim.
Oh. Let my phone charge for a little bit. Yeah, I'm almost ready to go get my shoes on. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But, yeah. no one ever talks about that stuff. Like, people like look at religion as like, oh, we got this. Here's what it is. If you don't know how God works, then find out how He works. God literally explains it in various details, especially in the Bible and that, about what He does in your life that makes your life better. What Jesus does in your life to make your life better. Like, people don't understand. People look at it like, oh, you know, people are religion that because they're, you know, they want to think that they're, no, I say people that are, most of these religions, I think they're in cults because they don't believe just in Jesus. They believe in what mortals state about what Jesus said. No, I believe what Jesus says. I believe that we're all sinners, we're all fuck ups, and that's how you start. You start with being, you don't know. If you don't know, you can learn. But people agitate that thing. That agitate, I don't know, all the time. And I said, no, I do know. You can know certain things, yes, but do you actually know the truth? Do you actually know the truth of life? Or are you just sitting there, you know, just agitating it? You're just talking. Like, being respectful for people, you know, understanding not to be negative. You know, when people are negative, I think of demons all the time. When people are negative that, I think they got, you know, they got those negative intentions. It's not even saying that they're negative at that time. They're always like that. Because their mind wanders. And the thing is, if you know how demons actually work, then you know how to stop them. See, demons don't care about humans. They never did because they're selfish. They don't want you to be happy. And so when you see people that literally, like my ex literally had a fucking demon constantly watching her ass. Not even joking. All the damn time. There's always an entity just sitting there in her apartment. And I told her about it. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know he's there. And I think it's a ghost. I was like, no, that's a demon. Because you're negative. And then when she started to get happier and that, it started to kind of fade away. But it pushed back. It doesn't want her to love. And that's why I tried to explain to her. Even I was praying that like she'd leave for work and that, and I would sit there and I would spend the night at her house and that for her to come home and that. And like I would sit there and be fucking around and shit, you know, and she would call me on her break and that, blah blah blah. And then, you know, like the demon was always next to her room. And like she would never want me to sleep with her because she couldn't sleep. Like, yeah, it's because you got a fucking demon, dumbass. You got a negative entity literally making you not sleep. You're doing all the wrong things. And then I come in your life, someone that is, you know, very, you know, I would say more holy, just to say, and, you know, trying to learn the concepts of God and that, and trying to push a good narrative. Because I believe the best thing to do is just be positive all the damn time. Be positive with everything as much as you can. If negativity hits you in that, you pray. And that's what I believe in. And that's what I know that works. You know, it's like I try to do as much as I can. I mean, sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes if it's something small, and that normally I just ignore it. But if it's something that's truly bothering me, I instantly pray. It's just a simple prayer like, hey, you know, please help me out. Like with the incense of, no, your stuff was just on. Yeah, because your news was on that. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I mean, once you brace, that's the reason why the drain had issues and shit. Oh man, where's my phone at? Make sure no one didn't call me. I mean, I don't think it really matters. Auto spot in fucking Oakville is looking for people that get higher. Yeah, I gotta charge up my battery for a little bit. What time is it? 7. Oh, okay, I got 31 minutes of charging my battery up. I need to get me something to eat though. But no, but going back to the whole like Bible and that, like, here's what I tell. I say this up front because I say to myself, I don't look at the Bible as just storytelling. I look at it as a philosophy thing. That's why it's good to know philosophy, good to know, you know, psychology and that. Because psychology and philosophy kind of, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. You know, it's all about, you know, trick of words and that understanding certain things. You know, so when Jesus talks, he always talks in a very philosophy way. Because he knows that not everybody's going to understand it, but the ones that do understand are the ones that are supposed to talk about it. So, like, I talk about the whole judge to be judged thing, you know. It's like, oh, you know, you shouldn't judge. So that's not what he's saying. People misinterpret that because I used to misinterpret it. What it means is, if you are a hypocrite to something, and you complain about someone else in that way, then you cannot. You shall not. And it doesn't even matter because it doesn't work. He's basically giving you life instructions about how the world actually works. When someone knows that you're a hypocrite and you talk about something and you're trying to say, it's like at the gym and that. This is the prime example. The guy was trying to flirt out the hot redheaded girl. And she was hot. She had a fat little butt on her now. She was very attractive. And the guy went up there. You know, he wasn't that good of shape. And you could tell. Because he wasn't that good of shape. He didn't know how to work out. His muscles weren't forming and that. He didn't have like the muscle forms yet. Which means he doesn't know how to exercise. And more or less he doesn't know how to eat and that. And so, for instance, he goes up to this girl and tries to teach her how to exercise. And the girl's just sitting there like, just likes the attention that. Not saying the guy was a bad looking dude. It's just, you know, he wasn't built like me. I actually know how to fucking exercise. I exercise till I'm fucking like half dead half the time. And people see it. Because I'm like grunting. I'm tilting my head forward and that because I gotta go through all this fucking pain. Like a lot of fucking pain. And sometimes I'll go through so much pain that like it fucking hurts. Like I'll be grunting my teeth because of the pain. And women always say, oh, we go through period and cramps and that. I highly doubt if you worked out like a fucking man, you couldn't do it. And that's why a lot of women don't work out like men do. Because it's fucking hard. You're tearing down leg muscles, for instance. You know, like when I do my quads and that, my quads are very like nervous system active because I used to run a lot when I was younger. My God, I used to do a lot of hills and shit. Run a lot of hills and that when we were like sledding and shit. I run up fucking 45-degree hills and that, like they're pretty big hills. I've done that for hours and my legs will always be on fire now. My legs are used to being harmed. And so when I do quads, my legs unite really quickly. And my God, they fucking hurt. I mean, like, like crying would be something that most people would probably do with a lot of pain. But it's just a grunt. It's just like, oh, it goes away. Deep breaths. Try breathing that, get the lactic acid out of my thing. That's the only problem with legs. Legs are the hardest thing to work out because the lactic acid builds up so fast. And like, explain to people how painful it is. People probably wouldn't even exercise at all. But you can't go through all that pain, yeah. Until you get the muscles that you want. Once you get the muscles, I say there's 3 stages of muscle building. The first stage is the beginning stage. You start developing that. You start to get your size and that. You start to get, your form. The second stage is that you already have your form. You're just building on that. So you already went through the bulk of the pain. and you know how to build muscle. And like, that's an intermediate. You could do, you know, more compound exercise than that and it doesn't hurt you, but you're considered to be fucking strong. You know, like you could pick up weight and throw it around, basically. Stage 3 is like elite level of fucking shit where you're just tremendously fucking strong and like you're already at your breaking point. You can't go any further. You can only get as big and as strong as you can because your muscles will only get so big. And that's for people who do steroids. And then you got, you know, tier 4 and tier 5, which are basically just, you're on a lot of fucking steroids. So tier 3 is like, you're elite. You're stronger than the average person. You probably got double the strength the average person has. And having double the strength, and sometimes a little bit more, depends on, you know, how it is that. Like, when you can pick up 50 pounds and kind of, like, throw it up in the air and that, like it's no problem, you're considered to be fucking strong as fuck. 50 pounds is a lot. People say it's not. Well, try curling 50 pounds fucking 25 times. Most people can. Not saying I can, but that's, like, where you want to go to. That's fucking strong as fuck. But most times them are dudes are just strong men and shit. No, they curl like 200 pounds of that. Most guys don't. Most guys barely curl over 100 pounds. Depends how much they fixate on that fucking bicep. Some people are really fixated on biceps. I'm not. I need to be. Getting better. You know, I was doing 50 pounds at least 8 to 15 times. 8 being my lowest, 15 being my highest. That's a lot. That's halfway to 100. So if I cut it in half, that's how much my 100 would be. My 100 would be like 7 to 3. I say that's pretty fucking damn good. You know. I think so. Something like that. But that's what it is. And now, I got a new favorite chest exercise. The fucking wire chest fucking press. The cable overs. I call the wire chest press. Because basically you use wires. You use the fucking wire machines. Now, I'll tell you what, I got down just perfectly. I don't use a lot of weight. The most I go up to is maybe like 22, maybe 25 pounds in each arm. And cable crossovers, my God, they work so good. People say they don't work good. I say, I'll tell you what, you're full of shit. Because like you may not get like a huge negative, but I'll tell you what, when you go into that positive, you squeeze those fucking pecs. Because I can squeeze my pecs really good now. My God, the bottom of my pec tears so fucking beautifully. And then when I go back slowly, I get that nice, good stretch. And I go after it again. Dude, it is ferocious amount of fucking goodness. It feels so good to actually be able to use my muscles like I want to. And to see the physique grow. Seeing myself getting a bigger chest and a bigger back, that changes the whole composition of my whole entire body. Yep, there. What's up?
Hey, are you on your way in? You're scheduled 7 to 1 tonight.
7 to 1? Yeah, I'm coming in. I thought I was coming in at 8. My bad, you're good.
I figured you thought that, but yeah, can you get there ASAP?
No, I got you.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, bye. Yeah, my phone's gonna be dead. Oh, looks like I'm putting my phone on battery saving mode. She's like, I kind of feel you were saying that you're gonna be here at 8. I'm like, yeah, because I don't like coming in on Friday at fucking 7. I knew they were gonna call. You're 7 to 1. No, I'm 8 to fucking 3. I'm staying there till fucking 3. What the fuck do you mean I'm 7 to 1? I'm your main food guy. Like, you're dumb to sit there and do that stuff. I know it's not her, it's someone else, but No, the girl, the lady that always calls me and that, she's always such in a hurry to like get me to come over, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, girl, like, you have people there. You schedule on Friday, you normally have a lot of people there. And when I get there, you guys aren't really that busy. You guys will have a little bit of people just coming in, because it's fucking 7 o'clock. You know, like, it may start getting crazy after, like, 8 or 9. And that's why I fucking wait, because I don't see the point. Anyway, might as well get going to work. Anyway, I'll see you guys later tonight. Really look into the Bible on that, and really get, there's every single concept that you might think of is actually in the Bible. Like, why is there evil? Look it up. Look up, you know, the Bible and that. Look up why is there evil in the world, and it's like, you'll probably find all kinds of things in it, and it's very interesting. But yeah, look that stuff up in that. You guys have a good one. Peace. God bless.